what is good, Boom Crew? It's your girl, Fannie, and I'm here with a liposuction update. If you do not know, I believe it was in 2017. I don't even know. I think it was April, May. In May or March is one of the months with an M. That's how long ago or how much I don't even pay attention to this shit. I had got liposuction in Miami with Dr. McAdoo. I just want to give y'all an update on that. I don't regret anything that I've done. My experience wasn't all that great, but I personally knew my body before I got the liposuction, so I know for a fact that there is a difference, or I did receive results. The only issue that I can complain about, besides the customer service or not being as snatched as I would like, is the fact that I have the keloids, my skin keloids anyway, but I don't think that they really instructed me on when to take the stitches out or how to take it out. So I think that also added to the fact that I have the keloids right here. This one's flat, you can't really tell. I could probably get a tattoo over it, but this one is kind of sticking out. So even when I have my arm like this, you can see that. My results as 2020. And this is my stomach now. I have days where I look a little bigger because I bloated or I ate too much or whatever. But this is my stomach now. Is measuring about, I think, a 33. A 33 inches. So this is my stomach. I did not get a BBL. I was supposed to get a BBL, only for the purpose of having hips to give my waist a smaller appearance. That is the only reason why I want a BBL. I don't know what you think, but I clearly don't need one. So this is me from the back. This is my back. Okay. So yeah, my scarring right here. And on my lower back, you can't really tell. It's just the scarring right here and the scarring that's on my arms. Like I said, I don't have any results. What I do around 2, 40% no, 60% yes. What do I want any more work done? I'm only interested really in getting breast. I'm still kind of enamored with the idea of getting breasts. I don't want extremely big breasts. I just want a size C cup. I'm 5'9". I'm 222 pounds the last time I checked. So a C cup would not look ridiculous on me. Yes, I know I don't need it. Yes, I know people are gonna say I'm beautiful without it and blase blase. Yeah, I have to let people do what they do to find out if it's for them or not. I appreciate it. I know I look crazy with this bonnet on, and I know I seem a little rushed just because my soup is burning, because I'm trying to do this update. I hear a lot of people say that I should have went to DR. My only issue with DR is the fact that at the time that I was doing my surgery or setting it up or thinking about it, at that time it was a lot of deaths going on. Hold on, I've got to turn this soup down. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, at the time I was hearing about one too many deaths in DR, people being shipped home in wooden boxes and stuff of that nature. And some of you may know that I do speak Spanish, but it's not conversational Spanish. It's more than a little, but it wasn't enough to make me feel like I'm comfortable going somewhere and getting the surgery done and knowing completely what's going on, you know, especially when it comes to medical terminology and things of that nature. So I'm not gonna knock anybody that's been to DR. I just feel like eventually in this year, I feel like this is true. Now that at the time I was doing it, it was like, oh, DR was the cheapest place. DR was the cheapest place. But in my opinion, Miami had some pretty cheap rates as well. There's a place in New York that, to my understanding, is pretty affordable if you save enough, you know, if you want to be an income tax hole. So I'm not knocking nobody. You know, I used to have this mindset of women shouldn't do this to their body and they shouldn't do that to their body. But I feel as though as I got older and I started to understand womanhood and the woman experience, I said to myself, who am I to be so uptight as to what other women should do to their body, or what I should or should not do to my body? And not in the sense of course I have to be the one that makes the decisions for my body, but I was restricting myself because I had such a closed mind as to what a woman should be doing. You understand what I'm saying? So now that I'm older and my son is older and I've experienced life a little bit more, I do have an understanding that your mindset changes, your body changes, how you feel about yourself changes. And if you want to go and alter and do whatever you want, so be it. I would never ever be on board for black women that bleach their skin. I would never ever be on board for black women who constantly always wearing blonde hair and blue eyes. To me, that's an issue deeper than having titties and ass. Okay? You're offended by that, you should be. What was I gonna say? Because I was about to get deep. Okay? 6 feet deep. 6 feet between us. Distancing deep, okay? But anyway, I would not. I've seen Dr. McAdoo do great work on women, but I feel as though that my body, I already had a shape. I feel as though that I was the perfect candidate for him to really snatch me up and for it to be like, damn, he did minimum work on this girl and she looks phenomenal. So I don't feel as though he did or he took out as much fat as he possibly could have. Add to that, after I came back, I was so frustrated with how much stuff that they were requiring us to wear afterwards. And my body swelled up extremely bad. I was retaining a lot of water weight. I came home. I had nobody to take care of me. So I got frustrated and I took my garments off ahead of time and I never really looked back and tried to wear them again. Before I got liposuction, I did do some waist training years before that. And waist training, honestly, in my opinion, works. Of course, it curbs your appetite. It can be dangerous if you're wearing the wrong size and you're wearing it too much and you're doing a lot of straining. You got to do your research on that. So if you are like me where you feel as though you know your shape is good but you want to tweak something but you don't want to do something as drastic as liposuction, you should try waist training. I don't see anything wrong with that. Buy you a faja, invest in some good waist trainers, because in any event, it's still going to be cheaper than doing liposuction. It's still going to be safer than doing liposuction. I feel as though if you are a young girl and you're like 18 years old and you're thinking about doing surgery, 20, 21 years old and you're thinking about doing surgery, I would advise, my personal opinion is you're still young and your body's going to change. So I think that you should wait. But that depends, because there's some 21-year-olds that, you know, their genetics is their genetics. Their stomach is hanging over their pants, their titties is sagging, and that's not really going to change. If they worked out or whatever, there's still going to be maybe some loose skin or whatever the situation is. So in those situations, I can understand why a young girl would want to get her body done, because she knows she's looking at her family and like, this shit ain't going to get no better. So I could understand that, but I still do kind of think that you should wait, because you change as a person every 7 years. So what you may find insecure now as a young girl, you may not feel that way when you get older. You may embrace your curves, you may embrace your rolls, you may embrace your saggy breasts and start a saggy breast movement, because trust me, it's out there. So slow down, okay? If you're older and you're thinking about doing it and it's like, oh, I'm too old, if you don't go get your old battle axe ass up in that motherfucking surgery room and go through that surgery and live your best life, mama, okay? You done served your kids, you served your husband, you served your family. Do what you want to do. Be safe, do your research. You got to consider your health issues. If you have any, you got to consider your age, you got to consider your weight. Everybody has to do that, but of course, when you're a little older, you really have to take into consideration those things, because you may not be able to bounce back as like somebody who's younger. But I am all for the fucking glow up, even if you're 50 years old. Okay? So, is there anything else I need to say in this video? I hope my big ass titties wasn't hanging out, you know. There's nothing I need to say. I don't know what else I could say. Any questions that y'all may have, you guys can ask below. I paid over $4,500, $4,500 in total with everything, plane ticket, aftercare issue products, and you know, whatever you needed for liposuction. That's the amount that I paid in total. I saved up for it by I was working in the hospital at the time, so I was taking money and saving from that. I had 2 different guys give me a lump sum of money for my ex-boyfriend and then this nursing guy I used to talk to. So yeah, that was that. I would say after surgery, don't do what I did and just say fuck it. I would say try to diet. You know, I would say watch your alcohol consumption, your sugar consumption, your carbs consumption. You paid a lot of money, or you paid good money, and you put your life on the line. I think that you should follow through and maintain your results. At the time when I did it, I just felt in my mind that it was going to be one way, and then when it didn't turn out exactly that way, it was like, all right, well, whatever. I still look good. But I didn't really put my all into maintaining it. I do go to the gym. I am a gym person. With this whole quarantine thing, I haven't been to the gym, of course. But I am a gym person, so I think that also played a role in my nonchalant behavior, because it was like, I go to the gym, so I don't really care. So I hope I'm not talking too fast. I hope I didn't miss anything. I don't know what else I can possibly say. My recovery, sorry y'all, I'm in the Bronx. My recovery was hard. I don't do well with pain. I caught a blood clot in the tube, and it was backed up for a day or 2, and that was extremely painful. But it eventually passed through. My oldest sister, Jasmine, really helped me out. She let me stay in her house, so I didn't have to stay in a recovery house, if that's one of your questions. So I think that if you have somebody that's close to you, you have a spouse, or maybe an older child that you have that type of relationship with that can help you out, I think that'll be really helpful, because my sister really helped me getting up to use the bathroom and stuff like that. Yeah, so just be safe, do your research if you are going to go do it, and I think that you should absolutely expect phenomenal results. But understand this, if you come out of it alive, that in itself is the greatest result you could fucking ask for. And I'm not saying that to scare you, like, damn, it's a high chance you might die. No, understand that surgery is a very serious thing, no matter what type of surgery it is. So if you're going to be under anesthesia and you wake up from it, please thank the universe, God, or whatever you believe in. Just be grateful that you woke up, and whatever your results is, deal with it accordingly. You have to read the policies and procedures on the places that you go. Like I said, be safe, be sanitary, and stay blessed, and subscribe to my channel. Now what's up?